Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Hello, and welcome to Let's Sip and Talk with Freema on this Friday night. Y'all know we let our hair down, talk about whatever's going on in the universe, the craziness that I post. But tonight, me and Angela was having a conversation prior to getting started about, can you be in love with two people? Mm-hmm. We're going to wait till we get some viewers. Matter of fact, let me share while we're waiting. No, because then I'm going to mess up where I'm at, so I'm going to leave it alone. Hey, whoever you are, make sure y'all speak back. If it's something y'all want to talk about, make sure you let us know. Put it up there so we can talk about it. So, question, can you be in love with more than one person? I say yes. Angela say no. Angela, do you want to start as to why you don't agree?
I don't think so, because, I mean, you can love both people, but the act of being in love is a little bit different, because it's like, it's not possible. That's just my opinion.
But who are we to say it's not possible for that next person, though?
You're right. That's our opinion.
That's our opinion. Like, you never know what one may feel being in love consists of. I may think being in love is material shit.
That's you know, love.
Listen.
You appreciate
people in love can mean whatever they want it to be. Some people are just ignorant to the fact of being in love.
But no, you in love with the person. So it's a big difference. I think that a lot of times, sometimes people
don't even understand.
We talked about the love language earlier this week, right? So sometimes people might need to really look up these definitions and know what this stuff means before they use these words. But being in love, to me, is like the actual act and the process of genuinely caring about that particular person. You know, like to me,
rebuttal.
When you're in love with that person, you feel like
you love them unconditionally.
Correct.
So let me ask you this then. You're in love with this person unconditionally, but they're not stepping up to the plate like they should. So what happens now? You're gonna leave that unconditional love because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, it does go with behaviors, what they provide, how beneficial they are to you. All of that play a part.
But what I'm saying is, back to the original question, then you're not in love with two people. At that point, you done fell out of love with one, and now you on to the next. Because you was like that when they benefit.
You can still want to hold on to that.
Let's ask our audience.
Audience?
Let's see what the audience says.
Listen, I don't know if she's talking about the audience, physically the audience, or you guys. Can you be in love with more than one person? Alan said, been out the game, but about to come back soon. Yeah, Alan, I'm waiting. I was just talking about you tonight. Something popped up on StreamYard saying that like the viewers can put this on their streaming app, like Facebook. I don't even know how to tell them to do it. That's why I need you. They could have put it on their social media as well, but I don't know how to do it. It's like a button or something they press. So I don't know. But yeah, Angela, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that one.
Oh, it's perfectly fine with me. This is
okay. Ooh, before we move on, polygamy, right? So you got a woman or you got a man that has. Matter of fact, I follow someone on TikTok. He got 3 wives. Mm-hmm. How's he not in love with all of them? He may be in love with all of them for different reasons, but he's in love with every single one of them.
All right, so
let's talk about that.
Okay, so here's my thing, because a lot of times when you tell people this, they don't want to do poly, but they really should do poly. I mean, being realistic. But the way I look at it as, technically, when I watched this show called Big Love on HBO, the first wife was there. He had kids with her. They've been together like 15 years.
Okay.
She found out that she had cancer, thought she was going to die. So he came from polygamy background. So she said, go ahead and find another wife.
Okay.
So he did.
And he fell in love with the other one.
No.
But he still loved this one.
No, he did not. He had to grow to love her. He said that.
Well,
he said he had to grow to love her, right? So then he grew to love her. Come to find out, the first wife never died. So now he has 2 wives. All right, everything good. Now they need a nanny to watch the kids because she had 2 kids. She ended up with kids, and now he has the 3 with the first one, so it's 5. Okay, all of them want to work. They need a nanny to watch the 5 kids. So gets a young nanny, and guess what? He has interest in her. He started liking her. He asked them, can he marry her? Technically, let me tell you who he's in love with. He's in love with that third. Because he specifically wanted her.
But the other two only came about because of an illness that his first one had. They wouldn't have came about if she wasn't sick and she told him to go out there and do it. So technically, he's still in love with her too.
I find that hard to believe. Yeah. Not at that point. Why he gonna get a third when he wouldn't even need him?
Shit, you didn't let me get a second one. Fuck that. Give me 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's what that is. Hell.
You don't open the gates.
You don't open the gates of hell.
So basically, here's another question that spins off to: once somebody cheats, you don't open the gate. You accepted it once. You're gonna accept it again.
What I told you that post I was gonna post. Why get mad? I cheated on you one time. Don't get mad now. You should have left the first time. So who do you blame? The person that cheated or the person that got cheated on?
I think the person that got cheated on, because at the end of the day, you
stayed.
Exactly.
And you know what they're capable of.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. It's a no for me. It's the truth. You cheat, it's no coming back. I'm sorry. And I say that now as an older person.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? Before, yeah.
It was different.
You know?
It was a different mindset then.
It was a whole different mindset. The mindset that I had was I never had drama with a female. I never argued with a broad about my husband, ex-husband. You know, any of that. So I felt like he had this respect for me. You get what I'm saying? But now looking back, I don't care how much respect you got for me. I don't care how many arguments I did not have. You still cheated. But that goes back
to what we always talked about. That's the older generation telling younger girls, you know what? He's gonna be a man.
Yeah, you can't do what a man
eventually do. He's gonna stop all of that and he's gonna marry you. You done put these years in. You might as well stay there.
No.
That's wrong advice.
That's
bad advice. That's bad advice to give either party. Because at the end of the day,
ladies and gentlemen, do not give your kids that type of advice. They should not stay just to say, "What? I'm married."
No, we done put the years in, and y'all
time. No,
that's a waste of time.
That's a waste.
Correct.
Well, I don't agree.
We know that now.
I don't agree with a waste of time because I feel like you learn from every occasion.
You learn, but guess what? You could have had learned your lesson sooner and been moved on sooner. So you
be very mindful of who you seek advice from, who you give information to. There's a lot of negative Nancy's out there who don't want to see you happy, believe it or not, whether it's friends, families, associates, or what have you. Some people can speak on things and some people can't. If I can't relate, I can't relate. You know, I'm gonna try to see it the best way I can, but be mindful of that. You gotta watch that. Because I guaranteed you they're probably going through something 10 times worse, but they're not telling you their business. So now they're making you feel this big for what you're doing. Be careful with that. You ready?
Of course. I've been ready.
I
was born ready.
Hey, listen, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
I was born ready.
And that's just
Let's go.
That's it. Okay, so y'all know I go over the posts that I post during the week or whatever. So men need women and women need men. Stop letting social media convince you otherwise. What do you feel about that?
Correct.
Absolutely correct. He's saying correct before I even read this, so he's saying correct to what we said. So men need women and women need men. Stop letting social media convince you otherwise. How do you feel about that?
I agree.
I agree too.
I mean, social media can't convince you about something. I mean, if you let social media convince you, then you have a very, very poor, what can I say? It makes it say the right
words. Follower. That's the best way I can put it.
You have no
self-control. How you let a little blue app control you?
You have no self-control. If social media...
Something that could be a facade.
Social media determines how you are with the opposite sex. You just have no self-control. You have no mind.
I love the way that's put.
You know,
absolutely.
No self-control.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that means like you're not thinking for yourself. You're allowing everything to be based upon what others say. So you know what? You ain't living for yourself. You living for everybody else.
Absolutely.
And see, when you start living for other people, you will never be happy.
You'll never be happy. Because you got to make everybody else happy.
Correct.
So fuck your own feelings. Pretty much. So yes, a woman need a man need a woman. I don't care how y'all feel about it. Is what it is. Your mama a woman, my daddy a man. It is just what it is.
It sounds good. I don't need no man. I pay my own bills.
That's bullshit.
I drive my own car. I can do this and lying. Hard down lie. Stop it. Mm-mm. Stop lying.
And some people get it misconstrued. I don't need it. I want it. And that's good because when you want someone that you're fighting harder for,
I'm not even going to say that because guess what? If you don't need them, what are you holding one for?
Why you got them?
Well, you got them for if you don't need them. Let them go. Maybe somebody else want them.
Right.
Or maybe they belong to somebody else. Because they may not be for you. You don't want them. I don't need you. What you holding for?
Okay, so next one. Stop forcing that man to be better and get you a better man. Okay, there comes a time in your life when you have to stop preaching. Let me say this. Some men, and yeah, I always speak as if I'm a man, because sometimes I do think like a nigga. I'm gonna just be honest. And I done been around the world, not sexually, but just dealing with a lot of relationships, because I used to, have to talk to people in my previous job. I was their confidant. So I was able to get experience based upon their relationships, their life. We have to understand that sometimes enough is enough. We have to know when to walk away. And some people, that goes back to what Angela said, because we listen to the grandparents or the parents from the old school, we sit here and complain about it, but yet we stay. Why? It don't even make no sense. Okay, stop forcing that man to be a better man, constantly preaching to him, because now they're going to say you're nagging. Now they're going to say you're trying to be my mama, and stuff like that. Okay, now I just want us to work, but now it's coming off as nagging and I'm trying to be your mama because we're constantly having the same conversation. So that's when you take a step back and say, look, I have talked to you. This is what you're saying to yourself. I talked to this dude several times, He said, I'm a nag, you're not my mama. Time to shut the fuck up and keep it moving. And that's just how I feel about it. How you feel, Angela? You need me to read it again?
Stop forcing that man to be better and get you a better man. Here's my thing. You can't force nobody to do nothing that they don't want to do. So before you even get to that point of forcing, now you acting like that's your child.
That's what I'm saying.
So you don't have respect for him to start with. So pretty much you don't have respect to begin with if you got to direct them and force them. So that already answers my question. You don't respect them, you don't need them.
I love it. Okay, don't blame the distractions. Improve your focus.
Don't blame the distractions. Shall I start? Improve your focus.
Okay, so I'll start. Listen, everybody got distractions. You just got to figure out which one is worth constantly let in your life, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Because you have distractions. Like, I'm going to use myself as an example. I do this all the time. I use myself as an example. Take it or leave it, whatever. A distraction for me could be a new relationship. You get what I'm saying? It can be a new relationship. However, you got to determine if that distraction is worth having in your life. Is that distraction worth me having in my life? Because the time that I am pursuing or dating or whatever, my new, what they call it back in the day, beau? My new beau or whatever you call it, I could be doing something productive. You get what I'm saying? Doesn't necessarily mean I'm not focused. You just got to determine what distractions is worth being in your life. That's how I see it. And improve your focus. If it's not a good distraction, if it's not going to be beneficial to you in some way, then you got to let that distraction go. That's what I take from it. So figure out what's good and what's bad, because a lot of things are distractions.
Distractions improve your focus.
A lot of things are distractions.
Here's the thing: if you're distracted, you are already off course. I just hate to say
that's not true, though. Yeah. Let's say let's say this. Me and you talk all the time, right? Okay, let's say I caught you during the time of doing taxes. I've distracted you with what I got going on.
No,
at that time.
I'm gonna say, look, I'm doing taxes.
That's still a distraction.
Well, no, because I stopped you before you did distract me. Before you.
Angela don't do that ever.
Well, what I'm saying is, don't blame the distraction. Look at your focus. I don't know. I'm trying to think what distracts me. I really got to think about this. What can distract me?
A lot of things distract people.
I'm thinking about me. I got to think about me.
Off the path.
I got to think about what. Cause see, I can't. For me, no matter what distraction I got going on, I still stay on the path. If I got a plan and I say I'm going to.
That brings me to something else. I didn't mean to cut you off. That brings me to something else. Sometimes when people say things, post things, whatever, you find some people being negative and stuff on the post or negative to the person that's saying it. If it does not resonate with you,
keep your mouth shut.
it does not resonate with you. Keep it shit.
Yeah, keep your mouth.
You get what I'm saying? You don't have to be mean. You don't have to be nasty about it. Somebody it touched, and somebody it didn't resonate with, so I'm gonna keep it on moving. So that's a prime example. Angela say she stay focused regardless. She'll tell the distractions, hey, listen, I'm busy. I'll call you later. What have you? Some people are not strong enough to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Once I set a goal, if I really ultimately got a goal out there,
you do it.
I do.
That's been since second grade.
Listen, the distraction ain't no distraction because I have tunnel vision.
Listen, me and Angela has been friends since second grade. So let me give y'all a little history. Angela has always been the person that we don't get it. We don't get it. We don't get it. We don't get it. Me is like, okay, we gonna do it. I'm gonna try it out, but I don't know.
Losing is not an option.
I don't know about this. She be like, listen, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and that's just what it is. Yeah. So she always had that tunnel vision. When she got her mind to something, she's going to do it. And everybody needs somebody like that on the team, especially
because you got to think about it. If you're not your own cheerleader and you don't have cheerleaders around you, then you might be with the wrong group.
Absolutely.
Or you need to redirect your energy within yourself and cheer yourself on.
That's it.
Because if you don't start cheering yourself on and you don't have people around you, you will forever be stagnant.
Absolutely. I love it.
That's the truth.
Angela ever was my cheerleader, and I love it. I used to say she was what? My right side of the brain or the left? I can't remember. Even though we had night school a million times, but we still made sure we passed.
Of course.
That's one thing about that.
With a great grade point average.
Yeah.
At that. Mm-hmm. We're just not going to say what it was, but we weren't no dummies.
Yeah, but I think everybody should know that. Okay, this one is funny. Imagine booking a trip in advance. Shout out to Kia. Imagine booking a trip in advance and y'all break up.
How long did you book that trip?
I don't know. Some people book trips like a year in advance. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where y'all going.
This is my thing, right? A year out, it depends on where the relationship is.
Okay.
Is that my husband? Is that my boyfriend? Right. Well, let me say this. Is that my husband? That's my fiance? Is that my boyfriend? Is that my baby daddy?
You gotta be a little more.
Is that my boo thing? I gotta know what you are to me.
Shit, some people can't even plan out for a couple months.
Listen, the thing is, the best trip.
If you're gonna
book a trip for you and someone, book a cruise and put to be determined as your other passenger. And that's all I have to say about that. You don't have to put nobody's name down because when it's time to go on the cruise, you can take anybody else in that slot.
I read a post one day or a meme or whatever. It said you don't really know a person. You never really know a person. Let's get that out there. Until you travel with them, and there's some other stuff. I don't know about that. But about the travel,
people you can travel with people that have traveling anxiety, social anxiety. I think you don't know a person until you live with them.
I feel that way. I feel like we should normalize living together before you get married. Yeah. That's how I feel. Yeah. Let's shack up. Let's see how each other live. Before we get married, because honestly, small shit builds the big stuff.
Look at how they treat their parents.
Okay, that's true. Okay, let's talk about it, because I'll be real on here. So, Angela, I want you to dissect this situation. I was on the phone with you the other day when Mama came over, right? My mama lived right next door to me. I love my mama to death. I think everybody know that. That's not even a conversation. I don't talk to my mama every day. I don't even see my mama every day. So, what does that say about me? Because let's say, my dude be like, well, Prima, I done been over here and I ain't see you. Your mom live next door. I ain't see you call her. I ain't see you go over there. Does that mean I'm not a good person? Does that mean?
No, what that means is when you get home in the afternoon, you have a lot of other stuff going on and she understands. Okay. So at some point, y'all have your time. It's no different than with my parents. Let me tell you. My parents, they know I'm on the move. I have 3 children. And I'm on the go. I work at night. And I sleep during the day. So usually when everybody else is asleep, I'm up. You up. And then when everybody's up, I'm asleep. So that's my time to sleep. But my parents know that. So she know I'm always grouchy during the day because I'm usually asleep. However, she knows she better call me for good reason. And I always been like this since I was a child. My parents know this. Everybody knows this. You better call me for a good reason, especially if you got to wake me up. It better be good. Because if it could have waited, we're going to have problems. It don't matter who you are. So that don't mean I have a bad relationship with my parents. Right. It's just the fact that y'all respect the boundaries that say, hey, don't call me unless it's important, especially if I got to work. Don't call me about something that you can handle.
Absolutely.
You know, like that's the purpose. Y'all help out. I have children. I have 3 of them. So it's kind of like if y'all can help with your grandkids, y'all help one of them. I love it. You help me out. That's 2 more I got to worry about. So don't ask me when you can help. Pitch in and help.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think I have a good relationship with my parents.
I think I have a great relationship with my mom. Yeah, I think I have a great relationship with my mom. We just don't communicate every day. But she pretty know much everything about me though. That's one thing I always tell my baby.
You know, I spend time with them.
If I don't tell her, April tell her. No shade. Andre said everything counts. Sean said, "Hey, Sean, it's Sean Fry." Until you share bathroom.
That's when you know a person. You're right.
Andre gave hearts back to you, baby. Dennis said, "Hey, Dennis, how you doing?" All right, so let's move on to the next one. So yeah, you gotta realize where you are in a relationship before you plan a trip. That's just how I feel.
Just book a cruise.
Book a cruise, like she said. You don't got to put their name down.
I'm just telling y'all a word of advice, fellas. If you plan to take a woman on a trip and you don't know, book a cruise because you can fill that slot with anybody. And women, it's suggested do the same.
So I got an inbox the other day, and they wanted me to post this, and honestly, I forgot. So I do apologize if you're watching. That brings up a good point. If a woman fly a man out, should he have to put out? Should he have to, you know?
Do you have to sleep with her?
Do he have to sleep with her because she flew him out?
No. It don't matter who flying who out. That feels like you pressure now. Now, if you got to do that, then that means you're prostituting at this point.
A lot of people prostitute and don't realize it.
But, I mean, it is what it is. Just be real about it. Hey, I'm flying out because I'm serving ding-a-ling on the side. So I'm coming too hot. So, however, put me some money by the nightstand. I mean, just keep 100 if that's what you're coming for.
But they don't know if they're coming for that. Hey, you know, I want you to come out here with me to Texas. You know, whatever.
So why is he going?
To me, a dude gonna automatically want to put out. He going all the way to Texas?
But why is he going? What is it so intriguing about her that he gonna go?
They've been talking for a long time. They want to get.
Let me tell you what he gonna do. These guys are set up now. They think they the prize. Let me tell you how they set up.
Okay,
they set up. They don't run your background check. They don't look at your social media. They go see, anticipate how much she got, how much she worth. What can this do for me? Guys,
the same way women should think.
Exactly, but the thing is, guys have got to the point where they acting like they women.
Oh my God, we ain't gonna get on that topic.
Like they acting like they women, like they got a benefit.
I'm telling you,
like that's how they acting.
That's a whole conversation in itself.
That's what I say. Should he put
Since
out?
like 2020, so there's been a lot of, in the words of Nicole, bitch shit going on with these dudes. I don't understand.
I wouldn't even say it's that. Shit. I wouldn't even say it's that. I just think it's
they want to get the flowers. They want to get the roses.
I don't think it's even that. I think it's more. It's not even that. For me, I think it's more or less like this. They're like, hey, these women benefiting. At the end of the day, if I find it, because they're looking for sugar mamas. It's like women want sugar daddies. You got men that want sugar mamas, and that's I
do in a rebuttal to that. And like
I
said,
if they want a sugar mama, you tell them, hey, listen, this is what I need you for. But you make sure that person's okay with that.
Yeah, I get that. But let's flip it. Maybe now dudes know their worth. Maybe before they didn't know their worth. They didn't know that they're like the prize. You see what I'm saying?
They're only doing that because of the ratio. That's all. The ratio from men to women.
You're right, serving. All right, so the next topic, and make sure if y'all want to talk on something, put it in the comments. I'm not gonna read that. I'm not stupid. Relationships and do all things his ex asked him to do. Stop begging and preaching to me. Okay, this is a good one. Please date someone who cares about your mental health. Otherwise, they'll only end up making it worse.
What if they don't even know what mental health?
Girl, you took the words out of my mouth. Not necessarily that. What if they don't know you even got a situation going on? That's what I'm saying. When y'all dating, when y'all are dating, certain things need to be brought up immediately, at least within the first month. But I feel like before that, shit, hell, on the first date. Like, I feel like certain things need to be come up. Like, listen, I suffer from whatever the fuck I suffer from. But I got to tell this dude that because just in case I be in my moods, my moments, he have to understand. He don't have to understand, but he will because I already put him on point. You see what I'm saying? We need to like normalize telling people the real fucking deal, especially if you're dating with a purpose. These people are eventually going to see your true colors. So why not be honest about it?
I don't think it's not by honest. I think a lot of people have some there's some doubt, some shame,
embarrassment.
Yeah, because mental health is so. Excuse me. One of those. I'm not going to say mental health. Behavior health is what is politically correct. Behavior health is one of those areas that a lot of people don't know much about. It's a lot of shame. People want to say they have those kind of problems, and there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. Behavior health problems is no different than a chronic condition. They're all the same.
And you know, it took me, and Angela's my witness. I was always that one that she's talking about. Like, I just felt like, why you need medicine? Like, it's ways around this. Like, it's all in your head. It's something you can overcome.
It is in your head. However,
sounds right. It's something you can overcome.
No, there are 8 neurotransmitters. I will scientifically break this down for you.
Please do.
If one of those neurotransmitters is off balance, or it's too much or too less, then you will suffer from a behavior health disorder.
It took me until I met.
It's a chemical imbalance.
It's a chemical imbalance.
And that's really what it is.
It took me until I met one of my good best friends. When she would tell me that she had these issues, and trust me, she don't mind me speaking on it because we've talked about this. It was like, girl, no, you don't have to take this medicine. It's something else you can do. Smoke some damn weed. You know, something like that. But it took until the older I got to really realize that shit is real. You know, when it hit me with this damn PMDD, like, bitch, who the fuck am I? You know, so it was like, stuff like that is real. And if I felt that way, if I was ignorant to the fact about mental illness and stuff like that, then I know a lot of other people are. I just didn't feel like medication was the answer. I still don't like taking medicine. I never even took medicine for my condition. I just be a bitch. And I thank God every day that I have people in my circle that just don't want to call it quits. My own cousin Stacy said,
"Is that fair though? Because
it's not fair." My cousin told me maybe about last month. She said, "Freema, if you wasn't my cousin, I didn't love you, she would wash her hands with me." And I know I'm a lot to deal with during that time. I mean, I know, but is it fair to them because I refuse to take medication?
It's not fair.
It's not fair. I appreciate y'all dealing with me.
You got to come up with an alternative. You got to come up with an alternative, something that works. Whether it's like exercise, whether it's yoga.
I'd rather isolate myself.
Something
that works for me.
Nah,
that works for me.
You can't do that. You're going to have to come up with an alternative. There are alternatives to deal with that. I mean, like there's herbal supplements. There's other stuff to deal with. You shouldn't isolate yourself because now what you're doing, you're shutting yourself off from people.
That's true.
And what did the question say about mental health? What did it say?
You want to say something?
What did it say?
Please date someone who cares about your mental health. Otherwise, they'll only end up making it worse.
Okay, so well, that answers.
But see, I don't even know if it's them making it worse or me. If you be angry with your own self, what you think that next person don't even matter. Like, I'm mad at myself right now and don't even know why I'm mad. So it takes a special type of person to actually deal with me. That's why you got to tell these people these things up front, because that gives them the opportunity to say, okay, I'm gonna walk away because I know I'm not capable of dealing with what you got going on, or hey, I'm gonna stick around. And that's just what it is.
Or what if it's undiagnosed? Because you have a lot of that too. Just being honest.
Okay, so if it's undiagnosed, wouldn't it be of me to say, hey, Angela, you know, I love you. We're great together. However, I think you need to go seek help.
Well, in that term, now you're saying you. Let's say, I think, let's collectively go together. Just make sure it's not an issue with me or you, but we're going.
I'm gonna pause you real quick. We're gonna role play, excuse me. And the only reason we're role playing because again, I feel like people can benefit from certain things that I discuss on this show. So we're gonna role play because, like I just said, that's the way I would have approached it. Maybe you need to go get help. So if there's somebody that you're dealing with that may have mental illnesses, Angela is gonna show us the right way to go about it, so they won't feel attacked. So Angela, okay, you know I got a mental illness. Instead of me saying, Angela, I think you need to go get help, how should they say it to their loved one?
I would ask them, say, well, you know.
Wait, before you do that, I keep stopping. Give them a little background as to why you can talk on this.
I'm a psychiatric nurse.
Okay, that's all they need to know. All right, so tell me how I should say it.
I would ask them, you know, like, everything okay? I need to ask that.
Okay. What if they don't open up to you?
They're probably not.
Okay.
If they say yeah, but then I'm paying attention to their body language, I'm paying attention to their behavior. If they're looking around, they're paranoid, or if they're saying they're okay, but then they're crying, they're saying they're okay and they get angry, I know they're not okay. So with that being said, I'm looking at the other cues.
Okay.
So okay, well I'll tell you what. Just make sure. How about you and I both? Let's start with a primary care doctor. Let's go there together, and you and I both just make sure that we're both good. Let's get a checkup. Because let me tell you, when you go in, they do ask us depression questions, and not only that, though, the doctor, the medical professional, will be able to see their behavior, and rather than not that you admit to it, they're gonna know there's something going on.
Okay, let's stop here. So how do you get someone to the point of going to the doctor? Because they can rebuttal you and say, "Why are you even suggesting we go to the doctor? I'm fine."
So listen, you're not saying a problem with them. You're saying we're going.
We're going.
But if you want this relationship to work, we're going together.
Got you. So it's a us thing. It's not just a them thing.
Yeah, it's a we thing.
So it makes it feel like we're in it together. You know? So hey, somebody can take that and run with it.
Because you care.
Because
now you ain't pointing the finger like they have a problem.
It
could be the person that's with the problem.
Absolutely.
You're pointing at.
Dennis said just can't hop in bed and get to learn that woman. I don't have just one thing on my mind. Excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. That's true. You can't. You're not going to learn a woman by just hopping in the bed. That's why we talk about mental illness. Hey, Mike. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. I don't know. Right? Both ways, though. All right. Hold on. You might be right. I think I got a twitch too low. I don't really know what that means, Henri, just being honest. All right, next thing I said. Negative people need drama like it's oxygen. Stay positive and take their breath away. Like, I'm not good with negative people. You get what I'm saying? I'm not good with negative people because it's like, really? It just puts me in a space of I can't even I can't be around you. I just can't do it. So I'm not good with negative people. There's a difference with being negative and maybe being honest. What do you say about that?
Negative people, a negative person, they're not going to be coming from a caring place. Mm-hmm. So you can't say you're being honest. You're coming from a very nonchalant, uncaring place. So that's the negativity.
Is it possible to say they're seeking out hurt from you? Like they want you to hurt.
Of course.
You see what I'm saying? Because why are you doing that?
Because now it's vindictive. Now you're being malicious. The way that you're coming, because you're not happy with yourself, right. You're gonna tell a negative person is gonna spit and say harsh, negative, vindictive.
I never understood
things because they're negative. I don't care.
I've been asking on this show since I started. Someone who has, I don't know if to say redeemed themselves or someone who has changed. I need to know why people be so angry, you know, and lash out on other people and try to make them feel this big or make them feel like they're just not.
It's internal.
I don't understand it. How does that happen?
People be angry for different reasons. Sometimes people.
What's that got to do with the next person?
It doesn't, because they don't know that they have internalized that anger and they're walking around with it, not realizing. Let me talk about why I'm angry so I can release it.
Y'all understand that's a burden that's lifted off of you. Stop walking around angry and lashing out on everybody else or trying to make them feel bad. You gain nothing from that.
Right.
Like, you gain nothing from that. Normalize telling people your true intentions instead of wasting their time. So that goes back to the beginning when you're dating. Ask those pertinent questions that you feel is necessary. Ask those deal breakers. If you know you can't deal with certain things, ask those things in the beginning. Because if he does something or she does something that you know you cannot tolerate, after the first date, 2 dates, whatever, you know you don't have to deal with that person no more. Let's normalize telling what your real intentions are. Hey, I just want to have sex. Are you down or not? Yes or no. Hey, I believe in polygamy. I'm going to have 2 women. Are you cool or not? Give them the option to stay or go. That would alleviate so much drama.
I have a girlfriend, but I want a side.
There you go. I have a girlfriend, but I do want somebody on the side.
Are you okay with that?
That's it. Maybe they should say, I'll treat you just as good.
Maybe
they'll consider. Okay, that was something.
I got a wife. I'm gonna treat you. I got a husband. However, I still like you.
Right.
So I want you to know I'm not leaving. We're not breaking up. I got my kids. Don't call me this time. Don't do this. Don't go ahead and lay it out so it's very understood, and that gives the person the option.
I love it. Option. You give them the opportunity to say, I want to deal with this, or I don't. Dennis said, listening to that women and just being there for that woman. Me and that woman engaging into one-on-one conversation is mental nourishment for that man and that woman. Absolutely. Me. Yes, that's what I was saying too. Shoot. All right, you're so funny. Lady Brown says, so true. Hurt people tend to hurt people because they don't know how to deal and cope with their issues. Absolutely. Dennis said, I would ask them, is everything okay? I would ask them, mental illness is nothing to be ashamed of, and that we all suffer from some type of mental behavior. Freema. And to educate people is not that people have a mental illness, but they suffer from a mental illness. Sean said, question should be, what is your goal for this relationship?
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it, Sean. I love it. What is your goal for this relationship?
Because everything that you do in interaction is some type of relationship.
Absolutely.
I don't care what.
Look, you might be in the relationship because eventually you want to get married and have children. The next person might be like, I'll never get married nor have kids. But if you never had that conversation, how would you know?
You don't.
How would you know? Now y'all 5 years down the line and he's like, listen, I'm ready to go ahead and get married and have kids. And you're like, nah, you're not doing that. Guess what? God damn it, he could have been with the next person. And they could have had that. Okay. I don't know if we want to talk on this. If we don't, we'll move forward, but I'm going to read it. 3 things you cannot recover in life. The word after it's said, the moment after it's missed, and the time after it's gone. You want to talk about it? But it's too compact.
It's too compact.
All right, let's keep it moving. A man would date you for 6 years while looking for the love of his life. You want to talk about that?
Because you're a placeholder. We talked about this last week.
We did talk about that last week.
You are a placeholder. You're there because you're filling a void. And that's the truth.
That's so hurtful.
I mean,
I don't want to be a placeholder.
I think I could say for me, I've gotten to the point where you're mature enough to realize, like, wait a second.
Are you the place? I'm the placeholder.
Listen, am I a placeholder? What am I? Am I the trophy or I'm the placeholder? Because you're holding the place while they're going to look for that trophy to sit there. So it's like you asking that question. Which one are you? Because a lot of times that they do this a lot of times. A lot of times they do this. They will find that one that they feel like gonna replace these other ones, and now they find that love of their life. So what you gonna do with the one you done had? How you gonna get rid of it?
You have to let it go.
It's hard because you don't put.
Then she gonna have to let it go. She gonna
goes back to what we said. Can you be in love with 2 people? Can you be in love with 2 people? They go back to that same question. Can you be in love with 2 people? Now you see why I say you can't be in love with 2 people.
You can be in love with 2 people.
No, you can't.
You can be in love with 2 people.
You done been with this person for 6 years and you're looking for the love of your life. So apparently you're not in love with them to be looking for the love of your life. That's my opinion. And I'm sticking with it. And that's my story. All right.
So life is too short to be faking a vibe with anybody, relationship, friends, or family.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
Ain't no need. I ain't with it.
Because why I'm doing that? Like, why? If I gotta fake a vibe, I'm semi-stressed for one because I'm faking this shit.
The only way you do that if you are an opportunist.
Ooh, an opportunist.
Opportunists do it all the time.
Let me tell you, Angela, and I don't know if I ever told you this. When I went to have a colonic done in Atlanta, so the way she does it is she reads you based upon your poop. Sounds crazy, but she does. So she was like, take your mask off. You know, it was heavy on COVID. It was 2020 when we went. So she was like, take your mask off. I need to see you. And I'm like, okay, this is fucking weird. So I took it off. She was like, you are very gorgeous. And for you in life, you're opportunist and you need to utilize it. And that shit was like, bitch, no, I'm not. Why would one person tell you that? That don't make sense to me. Or am I missing something here? She told me I was an opportunist and I needed to use it. That's crazy to me. I don't get it. And then she even went into about milk. We should not be drinking milk. Our kids should not be drinking milk once they come off the breast or whatever. Like, none of that. Like, she went into a whole deep thing. We need to go back there, Angela. You will like her.
I don't know if I'm even going to. Let me tell you why. Because it's like, here's the thing. And it's just my interpretation. So she's looking at that. She said, you need to utilize it. So basically, she's saying, go and be an opportunist. So now you just and she needed to be more specific.
I don't know.
She needed to be. So now you're gonna go and step on people to get what you want.
No,
you get what I'm saying?
Maybe it's more like
seize the opportunity when you have one.
Right. I asked somebody else, and that's what they took from it. They made a positive out of it. They saying like you have so many opportunities that you don't utilize.
Yeah,
and then she's from a different country, so her terminology her wording may not have been exactly what I took it as. You know, it's like you have so many opportunities,
have a lot of opportunities,
and you don't utilize
that you don't take.
That's what.
And the best way to say.
Damn, she said I was an opportunist and I need to do it.
I said we use the word opportunist. It's like enemies
necessary. And I'm like, no, I'm not her. I'm not that chick. But yeah, she's definitely real. I know, but it's so hard. You wouldn't understand.
Are you distracted?
I don't think I'm distracted now. I was before.
Okay, well, I'm trying to help us understand. Help us help you.
Yeah. And see, that's why you got to have good people on your team that would, like she said, help us help you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to have people that's in your corner that want to see you win. If you don't have people in your corner that want to see you win, then what's the purpose of them? Like, they're going to make it harder for you. They're going to make it harder for you. Do you believe in manifestation? Do you believe in the power of the tongue?
Of course I do. I speak things into existence all the time. The other week I said I was separated. I don't know what I said the other week.
What do you mean? I don't know if you said
I'm single. I should have just said that. I am single. I'm just go. I got to be honest. I got to say it for what it is.
All right. Are we speaking on this?
You man speaking to existence.
Oh, well, you know that's gonna happen.
I'm single, but I will be dating for a purpose.
Okay.
So I'm wasting my time.
That's a good conversation. Excuse me. Do you always have to date for a purpose?
Why not? What's the purpose?
Because maybe you just got a relationship. You just date.
So I don't want to do that.
Not you. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, I get that, and people need to understand why they're dating. What are you dating for?
Listen, I'm not looking for nothing serious. I just want to have fun. I just want to, hang out and have fun. Boom. Let's go ahead and put it out there early. Tell them your intentions. Don't have this man thinking like you want something.
I'm dating you and you and you and you. Tell them you're not on person I'm dating.
Yeah, I'm dating multiple people.
Just tell them that. Be honest about it.
All right, so a man who updates you because he knows how you overthink while waiting for him is top tier green flag energy. Of course, that goes back to learning one another. Like when you know that somebody is a certain way, I feel like you're supposed to do things to make it a little easier for them. You see what I'm saying? Okay, Freema, I know you just do the most. Your mind is fucked up. You think a lot of crazy shit. So I'm going to make this easier for her, and just go ahead and put her on point. Let her know whatever. A lot of people don't do that. You want to speak on that or no? You good? Okay. This is funny, but no matter how real you is, I don't like that. No matter how real you are with somebody, they're going to be what they're going to be. And that's 100%.
You got to meet them where they are.
Do you have to meet them where they are?
Let me tell you something. People change if they want to.
That's it.
And it's a mindset. If they want to change, they will. If not, you accept them and meet them where they are.
That's it. If you don't like it, then Ooh, this is a good topic because this can go all over the place, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys can relate. It say when your besties, hold on, stop. When your bestie's boyfriend is mad at you for having her out all night in VIP, they keep going off. I don't know how to pause it.
Who fault is it?
And Hellcat, but it was her side dude who paid for our tab. What y'all men have to stop doing is blaming a friend. Like, y'all gotta stop doing that shit because your woman is a grown ass fucking woman, okay? My ex-husband used to blame my friends for every fucking thing that I had them doing. You see what I'm saying? And it's kind of low-key scary because that means they put you on this fucking pedestal, and if they find something out that's major, ain't no telling how they react. Stop blaming them people friends for what your girl got going on. These are grown ass women.
And if that's a form of manipulation.
Yeah. If you know your girl, you know. If you know your girl, first of all, she's not a follower. Okay,
that's just manipulation.
She's not a follower, so she's doing that shit because she want to do it.
What they're doing is trying to conquer and divide. They're trying to manipulate you
to separate you from your friends or something. Or what?
Exactly. That's a long-term goal. If you ain't got no friends to go out with, you can't go. You go by yourself.
I don't like that.
That's the truth.
Let me tell you something about
the audience say. Is that right?
Some real shit.
Yeah, that's real talk.
Okay, let me tell you something.
You will say anything when you're back against the wall. A person would say anything that's gonna make them feel like they can gain control back, and they'll say whatever.
It depends on the person. When me and CJ got married, I told him before we got married, listen, I take girls trip every year. We've been taking girls trips since high school. This shit not gonna stop because when you piss me off or something, who the fuck shoulder am I gonna cry on or lean on?
You done
and if I alienate everybody, it's like who do I have? My friends not going nowhere.
And it's a form of abuse.
It's a form of abuse, and my friends are not disrespectful by far. So like no, they're not going nowhere. Okay, it's about respect, how they respect you, how you respect them, or whatever. But no, we don't do that. We don't try to get people isolated, because you want them all to yourself, and you're not even gonna be there.
That's what they do.
You know how many women have went through their man saying, bitching about them going somewhere, and then they still leave? Can we get some money?
Look, that's what they do. They're trying to gain control. It's called conquer and divide. Everything is called about the game of war. Let me tell you something. If you really sit down and pay attention to what these guys do, not just guys, women do it too. They do the same thing too. When they want to separate their man from his friends to keep that nigga home, you will find something to say. You will run that nigga homeboy down. You will find dirt. You will.
Yeah.
You will find dirt and make it factual. You might even pitch the dirt to his girlfriend, wife, or friend, or whatever. You make it known and you have facts. And guess what he do? He go to looking at him. He can't even mention me hanging out with him.
See,
he can't mention
now you're lying. With him.
Listen, he start falling back because when you tell him something that's just out this world,
now you're lying though.
He might not be hanging with him no more. So now you done conquer and divide. That's what I'm saying.
That's not good. I'm sorry.
What that comes from an immature mindset. Immature people do immature things.
Yeah, that's not
cute. And truthfully, there's no need to do that. When a fish is out of water, and I'm saying that a fish is out of water, it do anything to get back in the water. It do anything to get its way back in the water. Say it will say anything. The fish will talk and walk on land to get its way. That's manipulation. It's going to manipulate whatever it can. Please put me in the water.
To get what they want.
To get what they want. That's the truth. That's what Let me tell you something. People are so. I'm gonna say this. People think they're so smart that they got people so figured out. Mm-hmm. In all honesty, just because a person don't say that don't mean they don't know no better.
I just told Angela today. I said, listen, I'm not one to speak on everything. I just observe some shit.
Just because I was saying that don't mean I don't know no better.
Exactly.
I know a lot of stuff. I just choose not to say anything because guess what? I hold it. So for a rainy day, and the rainy day is when I bring it to you, I have plethora of evidence.
Absolutely.
So when I lay it out, I'm laying it out with facts. It ain't what I hear, it's the truth. And see, when I bring it to you factual, we having a transparent conversation. So now we're being transparent with each other. You be real with you, I'm gonna be real with you. Let's talk about each other's intentions.
That's it.
So that goes back to that question.
That's it. Okay, hold on, I gotta re-up on the wine.
Oh, what's up? Oh. Don't y'all judge us.
They better not judge us because, like I always say, no sin is greater than the next. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Whoever's out sin,
because we didn't speak on it.
Listen, whoever's out sin, cast the first stone. Don't throw no stones if you live in a glass house. Just want to let you know.
Well, thank you, Melvin. We appreciate that. Like, listen, y'all gotta be careful before y'all decide to speak on somebody's lifestyle or what they got going on or what they doing. Look in the mirror first. because I guaranteed you sin in some type of way. So no sin is greater than the next. Simmer the fuck down. Okay, you're too old to have people in your life you're unsure of. Seems like we spoke on that a little bit.
You need to be everyone needs to serve a purpose and have intentions. Don't waste nobody's time. And if you ain't sure why they're there, you need to sit yourself down and really figure out.
Can you do the pros and cons?
Even the pros and cons. Set yourself down and say, self, why am I where I'm at? And once you figure out why you where you at and not where you want to be, the next thing is, why is this person here in my life? What is this person here in my life? Why is this person here in my life? Okay, so how are they benefit me?
Right.
How are they benefit me? How are they benefit
Let's speak on beneficial. A lot of people feel like they're using someone, or that's because it goes over your head. Everybody in your life has to bring a value to you of some sort. They have to be beneficial to you. I don't care if it's conversational. I don't care if they're pouring into you to make you feel like a better you. I don't care if they're a listening ear, but they're valuable to you in some way. If they're not, then you gotta let that shit go. You will never elevate by allowing someone to stay in your life to be a distraction
because you love them. Oh goodness! Listen, we just talked about using that word loosely. Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna love you from a distance.
That word, that we got to get to that point where you pass that. That word right there will have you stuck in a place you ain't got no business being.
I think they put too much value on that word. Love. Use it too loosely. Don't tell me you love me unless we locked in.
People use it too loosely. They need to understand. It's when you say that word, it's 6 types of love. So I don't even know which one you're talking about.
How you know you love me? You tell me why you love me.
You need to be specific.
Yeah.
So when somebody say they in love with you, okay, you're more specific here. What are you in love with about me?
Right. What are you love?
Are you in love with me? Or are you in love how I make you feel?
Are you in love with the things I can do for you?
How I make you feel. It's all about a feeling. You're in love with the way I make you feel. This is a feeling you never had before, so you don't want to lose this feeling.
As a meme I got today, are you in love with me because I sex you good, because the Peter Pecker good? Do y'all fall in love with these men because their sex is great?
It go back to everything is the feeling. However they benefit you, the way I make you feel. Do I talk to you nice? Do I massage you nice? Am I beneficial to you in any kind of way? What do I do for you? Do I cook for you? Do I clean for you? Do I wash your clothes? Do I rub your back when your bath water?
That's why I love you. Cash? You do all this shit that my side chick don't do.
Guess what? At the end of the day, listen. Guess what? You are in love with
what they can do for you.
You in love.
Learn the difference.
You're in love with how I make you feel, because it makes you feel good. I make you feel like nobody has made you feel.
Absolutely.
Before. So you're in love with that.
No one's never did any of this for me before. So I'm in love with you for that.
You in love with how I make you feel. That's what it is.
Actions prove who someone is.
Of course they do.
Words just prove who they want to be.
Sound good.
Action prove who someone is. Words just prove who they. Angela, we talk about this all the time with words and actions. I feel like in certain scenarios, words and actions must match. That's just how I feel.
I mean, the truth is, words and actions should always match.
Okay.
I mean, ain't no must. No. The thing is, you gonna talk about it. Let's be about it.
Absolutely.
That's why I said.
Like she mentioned that love word, using it.
Why you think?
If you love me, show me too.
Why you think I said there's no distractions for me? I have tunnel vision. Because if I'm going to talk about it, I'm going to be about it. That's the model I live by. Here's the kicker. You can't expect anybody to live up to your standards.
Absolutely.
So that's 100%. Why you need to find out their intentions, have a mature conversation with them, see where they're at, see what's what. So in the midst of it, you can figure out that.
Real quick sidebar.
They study you.
Do y'all have a motto? Because I feel like everyone should have one that they live by. Angela said her motto was, my motto is treat people how you want to be treated. Treat people how you. Ooh, I'm gonna speak on that. Ooh, I love that. I'm gonna speak on that in a minute. My motto is, if you don't know, ask. Because I'm gonna fucking ask. Okay, I'm gonna jump back to this. Treat people how you want to be treated. Let me tell you why this is good, people. Because as a kid, you hear it all the time. And it's like, I'm constantly treating this person good, but they treat me bad. Blah, blah. Listen, when you treat someone how you want to be treated and you know you did that, it's easier for you to wash your hands with them. You don't have to deal with them because you know you gave them everything that you would want in return, and they still can do that. Absolutely. So that's when they're null and void.
So that's what you call easy to cold turkey. Now y'all understand that. For real. Seriously. That's how you can. That leads to an important scenario.
That's a good.
That's how you can. Because
it depends on the situation.
You don't know. You know you've done all you can do.
It depends on the situation.
It don't matter. I can say for me. I'm just telling the truth. When you know you did all you can do, you get to that point.
Okay, I don't think we're gonna talk about this.
Okay, I'm gonna set an example. You done did all you could do for the cigarette, and the cigarette done did all it can do for you. All right, Newport, I'm a cold turkey you. And I did it.
You did.
When the alcohol done did all it can do for me, I done had my hangovers, throwing up, sick.
I ain't doing it no more.
Finger down my throat. All right, alcohol, you done did all you can do for me. I'm a cold turkey you. So I'm giving you other scenarios because you could cold turkey gambling, cigarettes, alcohol.
It depends on what type of mentality you have too, because some people have an addictive personality too now.
I don't.
Some people have an addictive personality.
Whatever you put your mind to,
you can do it.
I got tunnel vision. I would say I'm built with tunnel vision. So if I put my mind to it, I can make it happen.
You can do it. You can make it happen.
I can make anything happen.
Listen, I'm about to tell y'all.
I'm a master builder and a manifester. So
shit, I done went all the way out, y'all. I done went all the way out. We was doing some good stuff, but it's almost time to okay, I'm gonna start from the beginning because I done went out of my thing. Date someone who understands that you're just kidding on social media. I feel like y'all get this little blue app or Twitter or Instagram or TikTok. Y'all give it too much credit, and it should not be coming into your household or into your relationship.
Well, that's
how I feel.
Well, guess what people do? You do one or two things. You can go out here for entertainment purposes.
Absolutely.
You can go out here and make this a great platform. You can network, right? Those are positive things.
Absolutely.
You got some people to go out here and air dirty laundry.
That's crazy.
Now, here's the motive. This is my opinion. They air dirty laundry because they hurt. Mm-hmm. And they want everybody to be aware on their side. That it's attention-seeking behavior.
So I got something else. I got a rebuttal to that. Listen, if y'all don't watch my show, y'all know I contradict myself all the time. Some people don't have people to talk to. So when they vent on social media, that's all they got.
If that's the case, if you want to vent, go one of your friends' inbox.
What if they don't have a friend?
No, I'm talking about you put it on social media. You got all them friends on Facebook to see it. Go and jump in somebody in the box.
You just vent?
Exactly.
So listen, what I'm saying is inbox me, I'll post it. They'll never know it came from you.
Exactly.
You'll get all the feedback.
You don't have to go out there and air out your personal laundry. I love you back, Melvin. Because guess what? You didn't air your laundry out. So when things are great in your life, you can't even talk about it.
Oh.
Because you done spoke so negative. And then when you start back talking about, people looking at you like you crazy. Like, what you talking about? Like, you sound stupid.
Listen, be very careful how you, whatever.
Don't air none of your laundry out. When I say laundry, it don't matter what it is.
I don't think I ever air laundry. Have I?
No.
I don't think I ever aired laundry. A lot of people may feel like I did because I post a lot of bullshit, but I've never aired laundry.
I'm not even on this blue app right now.
Yeah.
Because it's pointless.
Melvin, being addicted to women could be scary. We'll touch on that another day. Because being addicted to women, you just don't give a fuck about nobody. Like
being addicted to what?
Y'all gonna make us go over an hour. He said he's addicted to women.
Okay, that goes back to the whole conversation that we had the other week. Remember I said whatever it is,
you'll never be.
He need to figure out.
And delete this comment. You'll never get a woman and she see that.
He need to figure out what it is with him, right? Remember I said that. He kept saying, "No, maybe I just don't want to sit out." No, I said you need to figure out what your issue is, and he figured it out. He figured out what his problem is. Thank you, Melvin. Guess what?
You addicted to women?
Yeah. Guess what? Mm-mm. I'm not gonna judge you for you being judgmental. Mm-mm. No, don't
tell them up front though. Listen, I love women and it'll never be not serious.
But don't be judgmental because he could very well be coming here for encouragement. So don't do that.
Melvin.
I'm just saying.
Melvin.
Don't do that.
As long as you tell them up front that it's never gonna be anything.
If he's addicted
it's never
to women,
use that terminology. It's never.
When people start exposing their addictions, they're wanting to do better.
So you want to do better.
You want to cold turkey that.
Yeah. Oh, Melvin,
that's why I said
everybody handles situations differently. 100%.
That's why
because if everybody was the same, what kind of world would this be? We handle everything differently. We see things differently, and we see things from different perspectives. That's the purpose of this show. Melvin said, "I love you too. This craze Capone. I don't know what that means. Anyway,
he could have genuinely be saying he need help.
Okay, change is tough, but change is possible.
Anything worth having will be hard. So if you want to have something, you got to change for it. It will be difficult. It's not going to be easy. However, have tunnel vision.
It depends on what the change consists of.
There's a different mind. You're already optimistic about something that needs to already take place. See, I don't look at things.
How you know it needs to take place though?
If the thought came in your mind to change, you need to go with it. Like once it done hit you to do it, it's a reason. Don't double back. You need to go with it. Like if it came to you that you need to do something different, then you need to do it. Yeah,
do it. Like if you don't take risk, you'll never know.
It ain't even no risk.
It is risk.
If you you risking the change for
you
the better.
No. I'm not saying as far as that, but taking risk that involves a change.
We're not talking about risk. We're talking about change.
Same difference.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
A risk is saying you're going out there and I'm going to try something. I don't know if it's
taking
a
risk. That's changing something. That's changing your whole mindset. That's changing everything.
That's not changing your mindset. You're taking a risk.
I disagree.
That's just taking a risk.
To take a risk, you have to be in a certain mindset to do that. That's changing.
Well, that's a risk. It's a risk.
It goes hand in hand.
Because see, a risk is saying you don't know if you're gonna tip left or right. Change. When you change, you should change for the better.
Okay.
It should always be positive.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
And it definitely should be positive. Right. The situation that I'm working on, I would never, because of my mindset. You get what I'm saying? And I told y'all this. It's a risk, but I'm making a change with me internally.
Within yourself for the better. No, that's two different scenarios. You're making a change within yourself.
It's still a change.
No, wait. You're making a change within yourself to do something positive. Stop right there. However, what you're doing it for is a risk.
It's hand in hand.
No.
All that was hand in hand.
But no, whether you do it for that or something else, it's not because of that. You could say, hey, I'm deciding to do A over here. You made that change within yourself to do something positive.
It's still a change for me to take that risk.
You stepping outside your box.
Okay, we're going to agree to disagree.
But a change is good.
Absolutely.
It ain't change 100%. For the risk. You're changing and saying, I need to do something different. Pause right there. Because you don't have to take a risk and do something different. You could just say, I choose to do something different. I'm going to study for this test. That's not a risk.
Nobody talk about that tonight.
That's not a risk, though.
Oh, my God.
That's a positive
that's
change.
What I be talking about. That's what I'm saying. When you got friends that want to just push you to do something,
isn't that
it's
right?
Like, where the hell did that come from?
They're not listening.
Where did that come from just now? Shit.
That's the part. Now that's the example of it.
So what happened when a person gets attached too soon?
What's too soon?
To me, there's no time frame. That's just how I feel. There's no time frame.
I mean, people get attached different for different reasons.
I don't feel you can put a time frame.
So if you're attached, or they're attached, y'all need to have a sit down. That's my opinion. Y'all need to talk about this attachment. Because if the attachment is I don't know if I like this or not, y'all need to have a discussion. And somebody need to wash their hands and move if they don't want it.
I don't feel like we should put a time frame on everything. I met this lady. She's on a board of Claflin.
It doesn't even matter.
I met her. She met her husband, and they got married within 90 days. And they were together until death do. You know, he deceased or whatever. But they were together then. So I don't feel like time really plays a part, because at the end of the day, you don't know nobody 100%. I don't care how you feel. You don't.
But guess what? People evolve too.
Absolutely. Are y'all going to grow together?
Are y'all going to fall together? Let me tell you something. When you meet a person and you decide, hey, we get in a relationship, in the first 2 to 3 years, y'all should be moving forward in a positive direction. You should see surplus for y'all. If you don't see, when I say surplus, not for one, I'm talking about both of y'all. So if somebody progressing and somebody's not, okay, let me pause. Let me get right here and say, hey, what's going on? What do I need to do? Because what can we do collectively so we can move together?
Absolutely.
We can progress together. Now,
you should want that.
Guess what? Now you come back, you asking them. However, If you give them the tools to do it, and you say, and they telling you this is what they're trying to do, and you're helping them reach that dream, and they still don't utilize it, deuces. Go ahead, cut your ties early, because guess what? You offered your help to say, hey, what can I do? Let's make this happen. What do I need to do? Cut your ties early, because before you know it, you 10 years down the road, you done progressed to whatever, and they have it. Now they're bitter. They have resentment. They feel like you don't waste their time. They don't think you're better than them. It's just all the stuff that's going to come about, and it's not going to be healthy.
Let's talk about that word potential, and then we're going to wrap it up. A lot of people date, or a lot of people see potential in somebody.
Yeah.
But if that person don't see it in themselves and feel like they can elevate and evolve and stuff like that, no. I can see the potential in you all day, but are you going to act on it? Are you going to accept this help to help you elevate? If you're not going to do it, like she said, to do so.
It sounds good when they hear it, but the question is, are they putting do the foot meet the pavement? Or are they putting one foot ahead of the other? And that's the question.
That's it. So we're going to wrap it up here. We thank you guys for tuning in. I enjoyed tonight. We had a great conversation. Listen, y'all know Friday night, let your hair down, talk about it. The BS I post. If it's something that you want to say but don't want to say it, inbox me. I will post it for you guys. No one will never know where it came from. I do it all the time, and that's just what it is. As we say on Let's Sip and Talk with Freema, peace and love.